Shastasaurus concept work revealed. What's happening with official saves? And a bleak concerning future for ARK Survival Ascended mods. You're right, kids, it's Raasclark and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So, the community crunch dropped last night, revealing the winner, created in concept form by Wildcard, the Shastasaurus. And I've got to say, it looks incredibly. The creature you voted picked to be the one that's going to be an exclusive drop with the center when it's added to ARK Survival Ascended when it arrives some point in the future, maybe next year. And a lot of the people in the community are very, very happy to see this one. I've got to agree, I love this. It just reeks quality. Obviously, being a sea creature, I'm very super happy about, but it looks epic. The moss around the mouth, these, I think, gemstone looking features adorning its skin that I guess it's picked up by brushing against rocks and such as it's swum around. And the size of it, oh, it's a big one. Go on, put the jokes in there, people. It is big. Look at the size of it. It certainly has met the submission that was originally pitched, and lest we forget, was pitched with this insane saddle, which is, I know, well, a lot of people voted for this one, and of course, begging a concern, are they really gonna do this saddle? Well, it turns out in the post, indeed they are. The devs said that they are preparing to unveil this oceanic titan with its saddle concept soon, alluding maybe this is actually going to happen, though I'm very interested on how this is going to physically work with the physics offered in ASE, a moving vacuum compartment through a water space. I don't know if that's possible without really stressing the game, but of course this is on ARK Survival Ascended and it is on Unreal Engine 5, so who knows how well adapted that will be to scenarios such as this, an air pushing vacuum through a watery space. Super excited to see this one, and it just gives some more reason to play on the center. Can't wait for that one, but no time to think about that one anymore, people. Another community creature submission is on and ready, already going on live as we speak right now for Extinction. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, Extinction, in my opinion, quite a redefining map in how ARK was played following that with the introduction of cryopods, mechs and titans. So it'll be interesting to see what's pitched to accommodate this landscape, and again, has to be a real world dino with the submission entry period ending at 1 PM Pacific on September the 11th. Submissions are already being posted as we speak, with the top voted currently being the Dreadnoughtus terrestrial battleship. Good God, that thing looks like a monster. Kind of reminds me of a Brachiosaurus and actually looks, I guess, somewhat wastelandy. The Mava Eureka returns again, the fluffy jumping spider that was pitched for Aberration, and the very difficult to pronounce Darwinoterus. Simply the subtitle, Wielder of the Corrupted Crest, certainly gives this some appeal to that map. But of course, it's very early days. I don't want to go into too much detail now. Everybody deserves their moment in the spotlight to try and see what this next creature will be. An official server save reminder was also put out. That's right, folks, telling you that snapshots have been made and you are now able to download those official saves for you to play yourself on your single player games or servers. But a bit of commotion happened, drama happened this week surrounding this topic. You see, for PC Steam users, you've simply got to go to this site and pick out your save and click on it, and you will download said save, of which you then need to simply drop within your game folder of your computer, and hey ho, presto, you're away to go to check out those saves. Of course, make sure to back up any saves that you want that wasn't in before you added that one in, because that will of course override that. So PC Steam users, easy mode. Console users, however, not so easy. Good friend of ours, Neddy the Noodle, kicked it off with a tweet where I guess some confusion was created by a dev response where Ned was under the impression that console were completely screwed by a GM saying to Ned that they will not be providing data saves for console. Cue Neddy into believing console saves gone, you can't get them, and a lot of anguish as a result. Though quickly picked up by some of the devs. In fact, product manager Dolly tried to cover this on the Discord to explain they weren't aware that some console players were expecting to be able to host a official server save for their console, because there is only one way console players can play these saves if they intend to. Though that being said, with FTPs being available and me thinking, well, hang on a minute, maybe I can host a PlayStation official server save and then simply FTP that save and try and see if I can do anything with that. Looking at Windows 10 players especially and seeing, well, surely they can host those saves locally on their computers through Windows 10. Can it be done that way somehow? But no, in renting a server, I noticed the FTP credentials all missing for a PlayStation rented server, as opposed to PC that gives you all the details there for you to essentially copy and paste that save onto your computer. But then in doing this, I noticed something else. Where the hell do I download my official server save to play myself? I've just rented a server, I've just paid money for this server, where is it? Well, the rabbit hole gets even deeper. I reached out to the server providers to help answer this because, as you can see through this help page right here, it does say there's meant to be an option for official import if you console players especially would like to do this yourself. And I was retorted back that brace yourself, people, that in order for me to play console official servers, I have to rent a 20 slot server to play it. I can't do 10 slots. I have to rent out 20 slots. Now, the server providers were kind enough to credit me that balance to use for a 20 slot server, but it's not that clear. If I've made that mistake, and I think I know how to rent servers pretty well, how many other people are making this mistake right now, renting servers and not knowing what's going on, why they can't do it? And whilst, you know, a discount code is being offered at the moment for that price to rent those servers, to host those official server saves, looking not too bad at the moment, it is still a discounted price. At some point, that's not going to be around forever. And then after that, the enforcement of needing to rent a 20 slot server is definitely going to leave a bitter taste, that's for sure. Though very simple to do for console players if you're happy to do this via the click of a button, official import, and simply search the server that you want. This 20 slot server requirement is a concern already for the future of server exclusivity for ARK Survival Ascended, with the answer being, why have we got to rent 20 slot servers? That apparently it's simply a RAM issue. They need more powerful server machines to run these official saves. With other server providers attempting solutions, if you aren't able to do these, in which case I'm guessing they're simply going to upload all of these saves that Wildcard are providing to their own PC servers for you to pick and download yourself, I'm guessing. I don't know if G-Portal will be able to provide console server saves, but of course it's very keen to keep an eye on this one. Maybe something else, a new price structure will change in the future with these, but I've got to say it certainly doesn't create a great first impression for server exclusivity for when we join ARK Survival Ascended. And the drama keeps on going, that's right. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, mods are in the spotlight this time around. King Daddy D-Mac, you know him, he's been around for a while, dropped a video last night or the night before talking about a issue with a certain mod which certainly raises some larger concerns for me and what is going to be paid mods for ARK Survival Ascended. So it seems not the original author of Primal Fear, one of the many wonderful mods that you love, not the author of that mod, but I guess somebody who's currently running ownership of that mod decided to implement a change that restricted King Daddy DMAC from using other mods as well as Primal Fear, resulting in any creature that he had, I think, imprinted via S Plus maybe, I'm not sure what this other mod was, but it certainly had some impact on his Primal Fear creatures. As you can see right here, they just disappeared completely via this new server coding that was implemented. And it turns out that it was done on purpose as an attack against King Daddy DMAC. Not sure what issue they have with this creator, but it certainly raises a much larger, darker concern for the future of ARK and ARK mods. Because if you don't know, ARK Survival Ascended is having mods for console and PC, and with that there's going to be some paid mods, handpicked by the devs it seems, if they are at a high enough quality. And I think there's an option for modders to choose for their mods to be paid too. The issue is, if you and me are paying for these mods and then all of a sudden this modder says, I won't let you play with this other mod in my mod later on down the line, and you paid for these two mods, how annoyed are you going to be? And look, this is an isolated scenario. This is the first time I have seen anything like this, and King Daddy DMAC goes into much more detail about this. I'll leave a link to his video in the description. But it's just a concerning thought for the future, and hoping that in any paid mods especially, that there'll be some fine print agreements that you can't do stuff like that. Don't isolate people from playing other mods with your mods. That's a crazy thing to do. Mods are great. Mods certainly have benefited ARK's life cycle, and we really can't be pulling these stunts, people. I'm no modder. I certainly don't understand, and I don't appreciate as much as I could the hard work that goes into these mods. These people make some wonderful, fantastic, fabulous content, but don't pull these stunts, please. This is just my message to other mod authors out there. I really hope this is a one-off thing that happened. I guess somebody had a bit of a hard-on for King Daddy DMAC for some reason, and we will never hear and see of this again. But it's got to be talked about, right? Drama day to day, people, it seems. And hopefully we can get over this and move on. I'm so sick of the drama. I really am. I hope we can now start looking forward to ARK Survival Ascended. Yes, I know we don't have any screenshots or trailers for this yet. The devs have always been clear from the start that we won't see anything until right up until it arrives, which is meant to be in October. So until then, my name's Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, peace out.